Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by PortPro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io, and don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ for a little hookup right there. Um, in the studio today, I got Danny Rivera.
Yes, sir.
He's the owner of DR Inspect and Repair. So, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me and my family here today. It's an honor. Do a lot for the community of the truckers. So, just wanted to stop by and say what's up to you guys.
Thanks. We made it happen. We made it happen.
Yeah.
You mind telling us a little about yourself and the business you're in?
Well, I'm in the repair business. We do inspections and we specialize in inspections. Myself, I started doing this back in 2012 professionally. And 2006, when we were graduating high school, one of our friends had a shop. So we started going there every weekend, and then the dad would put us to wash parts, and we would make our little weekend money by helping him out. In 2012, our friend started a shop in Ontario and asked me to do his sales. I was doing sales back then and try to get customers, and I'll help out at the shop, do tires, do flooring, stuff like that. And that's how I started. And 2018, we started DR Inspect and Repair as specializing in inspections. So been going ever since.
So that sort of answers how it all started, but
Yeah.
like, why that? Why was there anything else in mind? Maybe trucking, or like how'd you end?
Never really been into the trucking, even though I know how to move trucks. I knew how to drive trucks, reverse trucks, and everything. I had problems with my license in 2011, so I always thought I could never become a truck driver. So I always stuck with the repair business and doing sales, mostly sales with when I worked with my friend's shop in Ontario, and just getting customers and dealing with getting business into our company. I work in the transportation with the brokerage and the repair, so I was on the repair side. When I started this, it was I didn't have no other choice but to either go work for somebody or just start my own thing, and I thought it was better for myself. It didn't work out working for people, so I started doing something that people weren't really messing with, and when they'll do it, they weren't doing it correctly, and I kind of seen a need for it, so I started just specializing in just inspections, no repairs, and started growing from there. People started referring me more, and seeing that I was doing a good job, and now I'm up to a few vans, a few service vans, and we're trying to get another one or two more before the end of the year to get ready for the following year, because we keep growing. So yeah, doing
So
good.
it's sort of like a trucking company. You get more assets as you go, like more trucks, and you just get more vans.
Yeah, get more vans, and you get more clients, and I get more requests every day. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of people want things done yesterday and calling me and thinking that I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing just to go help them out, which I try my best every time. And the only way I've seen a solution for it is keep hiring mechanics and working my way up and showing them the way of doing good inspections and helping out the customer. Basically get going. Yeah.
Is it hard finding the right mechanic sometimes? Like,
You know what? I was having a lot of trouble. It was just myself for the past 2 years, I believe. I hired one guy, and then and now my third guy that I've hired, and it's been difficult hiring people. Now I have 4 people total with myself, so 3 people I hired, but it's been difficult, and I think the only way that I've been able to hire is by getting people I could train on just doing the inspection side, and then showing them the mechanic way after, showing them how to basically look for what the CHP officer's doing, and what we could help the customer out with staying compliant on the road, not just say like an oil leak, but everything that's safety, just to keep them out the scale and keep their trucks rolling.
have you ever had anyone like you brought in, like no names or nothing, just an experience, that they sort of learn the ropes and then they kind of go and do their thing? Do you think that happens a lot here as well?
I haven't had that experience yet, and I don't feel like that'll be a issue with myself because all my customers, I feel like they're looking for a specific kind of a business and not just maybe I don't know. I've never had that experience actually. I don't know if I've never been worried about it either. It's just something that never really came up to an issue to our business yet. I've been in business for 4 years, and the guys that I've been hiring, they're loyal kids, and we're doing good with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trucking, they gotta do sometimes like non-compete clauses and all that shit. You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. I bet.
that's just business, though, right? Like,
Yeah, it's business, and I look at it like all the client's able to do whatever they want in the as the worker, and loyalty goes a long way. And even our clients, I've had them since day one, and I haven't lost a client. So it's going back to that, the people I've had, I don't think I've ever lose a client over, especially an old employee. That doesn't look right for the client or the employee. Going after. There's so much business out there that I don't feel like that's the right thing to do.
So what does that look like when you're trying to build this? Like when you were starting, you go door to door, like.
That's how I went. Started making phone calls, calling businesses. I'll go on websites and find business companies and make phone calls and see if people give me their business and let me inspect their trucks. And then basically started going door to door. I used to do door to door sales. That's how I started doing sales. So I learned that knocking on doors is always the best way. You get 100 no's and 2 yeses, and and those 2 yeses changes your mood the whole day and makes a difference in your future. That's probably your lunch money, your meal money. I was doing door to door sales when I was 12 years old, doing with the candies and the boxes and selling like coloring books and candles and stuff like that all over neighborhoods. And I remember just people slamming doors and saying no, and just that one person say yes, 2 people said yes, it made that difference. So that when I started this business, that's how it was hard, and but I did other stuff. I do I sell trailers too. I buy and sell trailers, so I never really just focused on a bad week, because I always try to see if there's other things out there that can help me get to where I'm at now. Because basically where I'm at now is where I wanted to be at 3 years ago. I knew that I needed to buy more vans. I was going to get more work and more companies, and I was just going to keep growing. So I always just invested my money. I have all these other things I want to be doing, but I just keep trying to throw into the business because that's what's keeping me going, and not my little hobbies and stuff like that.
So the side hustle, that's the dry vans.
Yeah.
I see you post up sometimes.
Yeah, I post them up. Yeah.
How do you make it happen, huh? Because sometimes they're like in a whole another city far away, and you don't have a truck, so you just make it happen, huh? Like,
Just find
bring it down.
Yeah, if you need a trailer, people, it's a necessity, so people want it, they're gonna go pick it up and buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if there's nothing out here, they could call me, and I have stuff all the way from Stockton to Utah, and sometimes I deal with the Texas trailers too. But it just, the customer needs it. They have trucks go everywhere.
You get creative. I think I saw one time you put they could use it and load it, bring it
back,
and use it. You know what I mean?
And sometimes I do deals like that too with them. If they don't like it, just load it, bring it back, and I'll pay you for your gas, and then just bring it to me, and I'll get rid of it over here. So
Win-win.
just basically that's the way to I stay positive. Just having other things that I like doing and helps me make money, and doing my $35 inspection on a trailer was okay with me. It wasn't an issue.
Are those prices going up? Are other people bringing up the prices, like all this inflation?
Yeah, you know what? We had a show, the California Trucking Show, and one a company mentioned that to me, that I'm charging too cheap. And I feel like that's what got me here. I've been charging the same thing since day one, and I haven't raised the price. I only raised the price right now when the prices of gas went up. I started charging people gas money. But,
see, there's other ways around it.
Yeah, but I hated to do that because customers just expected me to come in and charge them just for the inspection, and now I had to tell them, "Man, I'm charging you $20 for your service or $80 for your service coming to LA." So I'm trying to work around raising prices, but it'll come eventually if things keep going the way they are. Just like every other business, everything else went up. But
I think that's when you'll notice that if they value the quality service, because it comes with a price, But then there's some things that people are just used to, and You heard about the $1.50 hot dog, the Costco thing? They were thinking they
The,
were gonna bring them up, but
yeah, it stayed the same. Yeah.
and there they
The
are.
quality is still the same, everything the same. Just like when companies call me, hey, I got 100 trucks, can you charge me less? The quality of the work doesn't stop, and it's the same thing. And I can't just drop the price of 100 trucks or one truck. It's always the same price, same service, same
Yeah.
quality
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, it works out,
yeah,
right?
it balances out.
So who do you guys that inspect trucks, like who do you gotta look out for? Like the truckers gotta look out for DOT. Is it the same, or who's like monitoring your work? Like,
I feel like as long as you have the right insurances and you have you're doing your taxes and doing everything, you don't have to worry about really much. You have everything to back you up in case of an accident, in case of something failing. Say something happens on the road after we check it. We have all our paperwork lined up for insurance, and we really never had those issues. So accidents happen, and just basically you just need to be able to back yourself up with insurances and everything you have to show that you're doing your best to be safe on the road or to do your best of your ability to a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the inspection is real and you're not just slapping it on there,
Oh yeah. I've heard of companies just doing paperwork and basically just giving it to the drivers. But we actually go under the trucks. We check the trucks, and I could tell the customer, yeah, we actually did go through your whole truck. So if anything just pop up, we're trying to do our best to our ability to make sure their trucks are safe on the road.
So it could trickle, the ripple effect can reach you guys if they're not inspected properly and something happens, they'll like audit maybe that
Yeah,
company and
they'll
whoever inspected.
usually it's just insurances that have contacted us
Yeah.
for our paperwork to from that unit. Like say I've had a truck that's caught fire in the yard, and we had just checked it, and insurance wanted to see our paperwork, make sure that we didn't touch. We didn't see something that the owner neglected and now turned the truck on fire, basically. So that's just an example. But this week, actually, I had another insurance call me for paperwork for a truck and just present it to them, and they just want to see that their trucks are getting inspected. Especially when you have a bunch of trucks, you can't just go based on, oh yeah, my guys check it every day. You have to have maybe a third party or even their own paperwork showing you that not only do they do a PTI every morning, but they also get somebody to check their trucks every 3 months, and they have a whole file of paperwork showing that they're doing their best to stay compliant and safe on the road. Yeah.
That PTI, pre-trip inspection, is no joke, huh?
Oh yeah, it's sometimes it could save you a big bill, just by going around your truck and putting your head inside the tires and stuff like that. You could catch something that'll save you a couple $100 or thousands of dollars on the road.
Or you could save a kitty cat too.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I've seen
In the winter, no, they like to go.
Yeah,
in there.
I seen a video when a homeless was on it. Gets crazy. Yeah,
Man.
yeah. So you gotta make sure you check your trucks before you walk around, drive. So that's another thing. Like they could throw it all on us, but the driver's supposed to do his PTI every morning. Just say we don't lock the hood and the driver just takes off. Like, so your driver just came and jumped in the truck without even going around and making sure everything was safe to go. Yeah.
So what are the top 3 repairs, or even one, like the most common that is like, oh, I do this all the time. Like this is the most common thing that they break or that they don't check, or what is it?
I would say wheel seals and air leaks. Wheel seals, a lot of people think that when they see the oil on their tires, that's when you have a wheel seal. But that's not the case. You could catch it if you look inside your braking hub.
Oh shit, on the other end?
And then on the inside, you basically put your flashlight. You can see when it starts leaking or seeping, and you can replace it at that time. I've had so many people always like say, "Oh, no, it's good to go. It's a brand new truck," and we go under it and it has a seeping or a wheel seal leaking. It's like, "Oh, what? I just checked it." But yeah, just because you like look at it, you got to look at it from the inside and actually catch it. Or air leaks, I've been having this air leak forever and can't figure out where it's coming from, and boom. So air leaks are always
I hate those, bro.
yeah, so they're always tough to catch, especially if you're hard at hearing, and yeah, they're tough, but yeah, those are the things we mostly get with our customers: air leaks, wheel seals, and brake issues.
air leaks, if they could hear it, it's out of service automatically, or it has to be a certain amount of psi loss?
A certain amount of psi loss and an audible air leak basically too. I've seen tickets like that too, fixed tickets. Yeah, and depending where it's coming from, say it's a front axle, that's out of service. So, yeah, depending on the air leak and how much it's dropping. If it's dropping like say 15, 20, 30 pounds in 5 minutes, then yeah, you need to pull over and fix this right now.
That's the old school way that everyone does it, right? Am I wrong? The botellita de agua with soap?
Soap, yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah.
Hearing it out is good. You know, you can hear it, catch it, and touch it. You know, I try to touch it and hear it and then get my spray bottle. Sometimes I don't have my spray bottle, but yeah, spray bottle and soap is the easiest way to do it. Put it on your airbags, put it on your fittings, every fitting, and you should be able to find it. Yeah. A lot of the cab blowers fail all the time. That's where usually air leaks come from. So yeah,
mine was under the seat. I didn't even know. Like I would always just
that's what I'm talking about right there.
I would open it up, the bottom piece, like pull it out. Then you see the blue hoses down there. Like, okay, there you are, fucker.
Yeah.
All cracked and shit.
Yeah.
So, what about visuals? Like when, because sometimes we hook up to the chassis and those wheel seals are always fucked up. So. What other visuals do you think we should look out for that CHP is kind of on it? Like a giveaway, like, oh, let's stop this guy.
Ball tires, reflectors on your cab, on your mud flaps. Unless you have a shiny truck, I've seen that slide. The nice trucks, Peterbilts, some of them don't even carry them. I inspect a lot and they tell me just don't worry about it. We've been doing this for years like this, but they got nice show trucks, so. But yeah, reflectors on your mud flaps, on your cab. I would say ball tires and touching hoses, like on your truck to trailer hoses, rubbing on the catwalk. Yeah. That's a giveaway. All they got to do is drive by you. They see your ball tire, like, man, what else is this guy letting go? You know, the hose is touching the catwalk. What else is he?
The cheese grater.
Yep, the cheese grater. You'll see you're shining up shining it up all the chrome right there with the hose.
What if you have the coils though? Like, look, I have some right here.
Oh yeah, the coils. If you have those kind of coils, those are the ones I tell people to buy. Basically, that could be rubbing. Yeah. But it's gonna wear it too, so you just gotta pay attention. After a couple of years, it's probably gonna put a hole through your hose too.
I think if you have attention to detail, like I would have my lines all nice all the time.
Yeah.
And
I do that for free for my customers.
Zip tie challenge right there.
Like a lot of people are pretty petty working this on business. You know, doing repair, they charge every nickel and dime. You know, I see this kind of stuff, and especially if I see that and the hose is still touching. You know, sometimes they get it coils all the way up, but you could loosen it and bring it all the way to the front. Yeah, you adjust it. I show the customer, you know, this easy. You know, just do it 5 minutes, boom, boom, just coil it and bring it back, and this will save you a ticket. You know, and save you a hose. I got into the scale, on the rainbow scale, and. Just for that, basically, hoses rubbing and just put a fitting out of there 5 minutes.
You know what's a tip that I remember now, since we're talking about glad hands and all that, airlines? When I had my truck, I buy the longest airlines, right? And the excess length, I would just zip tie it along the rail, like going up. So that was just my backup for if I ever forgot to unhook the glad hands and it stretched. Yeah, those zip ties would just rip off and they would stretch.
And they'll warn you.
But by then I would catch it, you know.
Yeah.
So just a little random.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
But
a little trick.
You learned from the fuck ups.
Yeah, I've done it before too. When I was barely starting to drive trucks, I left the coils hanging and they tied up all around the drive line. Had to replace them out of my pocket, and you know, times were not that like that.
Yeah, because those port chassis are something else too. You never know what you're gonna get, especially the 20-footers. Sometimes the glad hands are way back there.
Oh yeah.
You know, so so thanks for sharing, man. The top 3 or a few repairs.
Yeah.
What CHP looks for. You went through what it's like building the business, right? The door-to-door stuff, getting the customers. What about like getting to know the customers? Like, can they also flake on you? Have you shown up and they're like, oh, we already did it?
I've never had that situation. Customers, I mean, like I dealt with customers all, like I said, since I was a youngster, I was doing door-to-door sales, and you have to like, know that's your customer and be respectful and try to do your best. Like I said, I've most of our customers since day one. I still have those customers till day. I try to establish a good relationship. we try to be there when they need us, try to help them out as much as possible, and try to basically, whatever they need, we're there to help them. So I try to like keep that going, and even with my guys, I try to tell them that they depend on us just as much as I depend on them being here. So that's the only reason I keep trying to grow the business, but the right way, because you could grow big and not have the right type of people helping you out, and now your customers are failing. You're failing your customers, so you lose customers and you lose business and credibility. So basically just always sticking to your word and trying to knock out all the work that they're giving you and not letting them down. Because like I'm telling people, want it yesterday, and when they're calling you that day, I try to be there. Right now, I'm the one that's on call, so I have my guys going, and whatever came that day, I try to knock it out that day. So that's what I usually tell the customers. Just let me know in the morning. By the end of the day, I should be able to take care of you. Sometimes even before the end of the day.
What's your busiest day of the week?
I will say Fridays and Mondays are my busiest days.
Mondays? I would think Sunday, because
Sundays, I don't work Sundays.
Oh.
Yeah, so come Monday, I stack up everything for Monday, and I have my whole day set up for Monday, and then we go with the flow from there.
Cool.
Yeah, so Fridays is the next day because the weekend's coming up, and Saturday's my overflow day. So I'm the only one that comes in Saturday and takes care of all the customers for that day.
Except today.
Except today, yeah. Today was actually a day that I didn't schedule anything, and we'll put the date on here too, so my customers know how to lag it on them.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get something from here as well, So
it'll be good, yeah. Call us, yeah.
It's not a total loss for the day.
Yeah, we good. It's all good.
Call him at 909-746-7270.
Yes,
Call
sir.
now.
Yes. Yeah, I have a website too. You guys could set up an appointment on the website. It's just like the hotels.com. You set up a day, you can put comment right there, and everything. Yeah.
I remember you did that. You got me good, that one. It's still funny to this day. The online card, when I did the discount cards.
Oh yeah.
I was doing the online card.
Yeah. I supported you on one of them.
Supported from the beginning, man.
Yeah. I remember how I got at you. I think I still have my personal account, and I told you, I got a business going, and I was wondering if you could help me advertise it, and you were pretty cool, I liked it,
Yeah. I see that Containero sticker on there sometimes.
Yeah. Most of my vans have it. My new van doesn't have it, so I'll probably have to take
all the fast ones have it.
Yeah.
You have any crazy stories from doing this?
Crazy stories. Accidents happen. That's what I tell my guys. Insurance could help you with everything. And get you right financially, but that hand, that finger you lose, you're never gonna lose. You're never gonna get it back. So you gotta be as safe as possible out there. Put your glasses on when you cut your stuff. I think my craziest story, one time I was working, taking off decals for Walmart. It was our first job they gave us for trailers they were going to donate. And I went and I didn't know how to take it off. I was new at doing stuff like that. And I was doing it with the heat gun. It was baked on there. And so I ordered some corrosive liquid that burns the sticker off. And I just did it with no gloves. The next morning I woke up with my whole hand peeled off, like the whole skin. It looked like when you get a blister, but it was the whole hand. And
like when you get a blister and it pops and then it opens.
It opens, yeah. So it was the whole hand, and I peeled it. I basically peeled it the next day, and it was like fresh. It was like fresh skin the whole day, so it was like sensitive. I was like, for 2-3 days, I was going through it. I think that was like my craziest story of me not being safe and just learning. But we got the account though, so we got I just wanted to make it happen. I didn't know we didn't have the manpower, and I was the only one. I was the only one out there, so I was like, I'll do it. Don't trip. And I went out there with the heat gun first, and then I bought that corrosive the next day and burned my hands. And that's probably my craziest story right there.
Yeah, it could have been your eyes, bro.
Oh yeah, it could have been a lot worse. I've hit myself with the wrench, simple stuff, slips and boom.
Yeah.
So I know I could take a hit with the wrench now. Yeah. So.
Fucking wrenches, man.
Yeah. So that burner, that thing burned my hands real good.
What's the name of it so we could avoid that shit?
It's I got it. You had to have a business license and a resale to buy it too. I remember I had to do it all legit because they could only sell it to you if you were a business. And I got it through a company on the internet. And I went to a warehouse and picked it up. They weren't even selling it on the street. It was just they sold nothing but chemicals.
Shit.
It was in Corona. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like it was a chemical.
Yeah.
You know, it had the burning hands on the side of the sticker. You know, and
Yeah, they were lying, bro.
yeah, they killed me. Remember that? It burned my hands, bro. It literally peeled I peeled my whole hand off, my fingers and everything. Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So requirements, just a brief little layout. Like maybe someone's out there like, hey, that sounds like a pretty dope, be my own boss type of opportunity. Like just a few steps. Like what should they do if they wanna compete with the DR inspector?
I will say the requirements are basic. You know, you just need to have your knowledge. I think it's 2 to 3 years knowledge in a mechanic shop, or a certification. So a certification through a third party. I got both. I got a in-house shop mechanic since 2012. I was working at shops and
No YouTube certified.
you learn a little bit on YouTube, but
Yeah.
that and basically if you could get a third party certification, that's always good. I remember we had a company call a third party for us. They had their own mechanic and they wanted the people doing their inspections to have a third party too for their insurance. So we got that as well. And basically just having, like I said, your insurance is right and your business lined up so everybody could do business with you, and then just showing up, just that'll be the one thing. A lot of people start a business thinking it's just gonna be all cake, and then when they start depending on you, you're already thinking that you could take the whole week off or something, and that's where they fell. I think when I started, this is all I had. I had no other choice, and I just went all out, and every little money I got, I put my hobbies aside and just concentrated on building my business, building my name, and doing what I wanted to do. Basically, be out there, helping out people. I always did sales, so I always felt like I told you, doing the inspection was a good thing because a lot of people just write it out or don't do it correctly, and then they get stopped at a scale. So when I started doing this, it was just like I wanted to do it just to show that that there could be somebody out there helping you out just specifically for a $35 service, $45 service, and do it right, not just do it just for money.
Yeah.
And that's where it came that I was doing trailer sales and others, so I could just concentrate on my business basically.
You always knew you were gonna be your own boss, or
I never had a problem working with people. I always worked with my friends, businesses, and did it. And when I started doing this, I was already like making my money on the side, so I just knew I wanted to do what I'm, have a house, have a family, and do it all by myself, and I could have gone and worked for Freightliner for doing sales or like work for a shop like that, but
Yeah.
I wanted to do it differently, so I just decided to do it an inspection company. You never really heard of no inspection companies that just concentrating on that, and yeah, it worked out right, I think.
You think a lot of people are built to be their own boss, or maybe they are and they just don't realize it, or there's some people just are not?
I feel like not. Some people are okay with just doing what they do, and they don't want to deal with the stresses of having to deal with taxes every year, or dealing with permits, and dealing with all these characters, with having employees and then having businesses and business owners, and it's not as easy as just say let's start a company, and like I said, just go take a 2-week vacation when you start making more money, let all your customers down, you come back to nothing, So yeah, not everybody's built for it. I feel like if you could build yourself up to it, but you need to do it for the right reasons, not just to go out and party and blow it all, and like I said, take unnecessary steps on the wrong direction of what's gonna make you successful in the business if that's what you're really trying to do.
What's your favorite thing about it?
I would say the whole helping out on like the trucker, because a lot of people call me and say like they're not doing it correctly, or people are refusing to do their inspections, or they're behind on inspections. So when we start doing them and they start seeing results, I feel like that's like a accomplishment, you know, like damn, you know, like these guys actually are helping us out. Or when somebody calls me and tells me that their truck's all good, and then we help them out finding a problem that was going to cause them a problem on the road, and then the satisfaction they get, like damn bro, you just saved me so much money, you know, like damn, it goes more than the $45 I'm charging, you know. It's like damn, I just
Yeah, because a repair on the road, it's expensive.
it's pricey, you know. So like say catching a carrier bearing broken, and that could damage your whole filter, your air lines in the bottom, and cause a big accident. You know, I caught so many of those, and I feel like when people actually notice what could have caused it, they see the payout that they're getting from us. You know, even if it's just that one time or a few times, then it's a good payout. You know, it's a good feeling. You know, just to know that you're actually helping out. You know, and yeah, that's how I think we got busy, because we concentrated just on just the inspection side, and then the repair. Have your own mechanic give you a second opinion, and it's okay. You know, we're not worried about it. You know, we'll just do your simple inspection and have your mechanic give you a second opinion, so you don't think that we're just.
But now you know.
Yeah, so now you know. You don't think that we're just trying to make money here. Just call your own mechanic, and you'll have a second opinion from him.
But if you do want it.
Yeah, but if you do want it, I have 3 people. We just gotta schedule it. Yeah, so basically, I always hit them with that too, you know. But I don't force it on them. Just if you ever need it, just let me know what time, and I'll schedule you one of my
I think
guys.
it's a good style. You know, people, they like to feel in control, and if there's transparency, look, it's not just me. I'm not making it seem like you know, you have no hope, right?
Yeah.
So usually 9 times out of 10 they will go with you. So
yeah. Or even if it's less times, I'm okay with it. We're keep pushing forward with our inspections, and we're okay with that. You know, that's how we got here, and we're gonna keep pushing for that. And if people have their own mechanics, we have a lot of companies with that situation, and we do your inspections, and they do their part, and we all
So
work as
when
a
that
team.
comes, that's just a little icing on the cake. Little bonus. You know,
Little bonus,
little
and
extra.
just keep us busy through the week. Like I said, it has to be through schedule, so it just you know, gives us a little more to do through the week. You know, so it helps us out too.
What about the least favorite? Is there a least favorite?
Least favorite. Dealing with people that are like not really keeping up with their truck, and we have to go check them, you know, every 3 months, and it's always the same thing, and we keep telling them, and it's like we gotta write it down again, you know, or and then we have to deal with, if we don't write it down, like, why didn't you tell us? Like, bro, we told you like 2-3 weeks ago. Or I have a customer too that they don't do their repairs. And when the truck comes back 3-4 months later, they have all these problems. You know, like, hey, how come you didn't tell me? Like, hey,
It's your fault. All of a sudden.
But on this date, we told you had 15% break, and you took off. You said one more trip.
Yeah.
You know, one more trip. 2 months later, you know, it's a big issue. You know,
lot of trips.
So yeah, that's my biggest problem, and that's the only reason I probably stopped going to customers, those kind of customers, and because it's a big headache. Because at the end of the day, I have to talk to my guys and be like, hey, bro, did you check this? Boom, 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 and check my paperwork and make sure that I told them, or check my messages. And yeah, that's probably the worst right there, is like having to backtrack and let the customer know, yeah, we did tell you, and you're kind of, you know, you need to do your part and repair it. You know, because we're not CHP, we're not DOT.
Yeah.
We can red tag you and tell you stop what you're doing. You know, we give you our paperwork, and you go on about your business.
Can you, like, I mean, yeah, that's a dumb question. So at what point do you say, I'm not messing with this customer no more, and politely decline, or just be like, no, I'm sorry, we don't?
I mean, we go to any customer. I've never had a really bad experience. But the only customer I wouldn't mess with is a customer that never paid me, or that say, I don't really have that situation here happen too, but say a customer that basically, like what I gave you an example of, you know, like we give them a report, and then they start blaming us for their mess ups on the road. You know, like saying that it's our fault. So you have 20, 30, 50, whatever trucks, stop going to you. You know, like I don't even want to mess with you, because I could see the accidents or the problems ahead of you, and you're not taking care of them, and now you're blaming us. So it's basically trying to use us as a scapegoat and use my business as a scapegoat.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, so that's probably like the least favorite thing to deal with right there.
Yeah.
Because everybody has issues, you know. Like I tell people, it's okay to put you have problems on your paperwork, what's not okay is everything's perfect. You know, that's not true. You know, I mean, there's a bad wheel seal, there's an air leak. Write it down, and then the next day, in 2 days, you have your mechanic give you a bill saying that he repaired that wheel seal and that brake chamber. It looks good on your file. You know, you did an inspection on the 15th, and then on the 18th, you got it repaired. It looks good. You know, your truck's on the road. It's not on the showroom every day. Even showroom trucks probably have a leaking wheel seal got damaged. You know, but it's good to write it down and put a report after it as well.
Yeah, then that's on them, because if they knew they shouldn't have driven and something happens, then it's not on you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wrote it.
Yeah, we write it down.
You know.
All my guys know, take notes, you know, put it on your paperwork. If they don't want it their paperwork, we make sure we put it on ours. And they get a copy of ours as well, so they have their full report, you know. And like I said, we're not CHP. We're not nobody to stop you from what you're doing with your vehicle, you know. We'll just give you our recommendation, and you go about your business on how you're gonna fix
The
it.
person putting the sticker is not a CHP or what
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where do you get those stickers, bro? Hook us
Yeah.
up.
I have a video on my Instagram. You guys will probably see it. It's a DOT officer putting a sticker on a window, but customers call us when they're getting audited, and we go and make sure that they pass their inspection, because sometimes the DOT officers, hey, it has a kinked air hose. Can you repair it? And I'll pass them. Or it has a small thing, whatever, they'll let you fix it. A light out, whatever, they'll let you fix it.
Oh, they want to take care of it that day, and they're like, come through before they leave.
Yeah, before they leave,
it.
and
Okay.
yeah. So that was the case for that sticker.
Oh, okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
like a certain level, you know, like
Nah,
only the top elite
no,
inspectors
it'll be
get
nice
those
if
stickers,
somebody
you know?
could give me a pointer on how to get those stickers to put on to be able to
Authorized,
put it
yeah.
authorized person. You know, that would be cool. But how you get that sticker is by going through DOT or somebody that's certified DOT or I think CHP has it too. So
You know the levels? Like a level 1 inspection, you know, like the certain...
on the sticker, how they cut them.
Yeah, like there's inspections that are not really, you know...
Like a level 2, I think level 3 is just a walk around.
Okay.
And then the level 2, I think they do the air leak, and then level 1's everything, no?
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
So you gotta...
Yeah. I've never looked into that, to be honest. But
you just go all out. Everything.
yeah, we do the whole inspection. We do
level 100.
Level 1, yeah. So we basically check air leaks, seals, bushings, electrical. So make sure all your lights are working. Anything that CHP is checking, we're basically checking when we do our inspections from top to bottom.
What's something extra that drivers can carry to avoid being put out of service, maybe?
I would say like a wrench kit, you know, because I've gone to the scale for a simple brake adjustment. You know, just need a brake adjustment, or replace a slack adjuster. You could do that with a flathead screwdriver and a wrench probably as well too. You know, just take out the pins, adjust the brakes, and boom. Just,
$5 investment at Harbor Freight Tools.
yeah, but then you have to have the parts as well. But at least it gets you the parts off, you know, and go get them with your Uber or whatever, and come back.
Yeah.
So it's some sort of tools, you know, to just get you off the road.
Basics.
Yeah, some basic stuff. Kink a line real quick so you could get that airbag inflated and, canceled, and get the other ones going. You know, because the blown airbag could put you out of service. So, just to get you off the road.
Where do you see the business in 5 years?
I'm just trying to, for the next 5 years.
Oh, you know your phrase that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I don't know. I feel like this business is gonna keep growing. You know, we're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna keep helping out customers. So our business is gonna keep going. I feel like in 5 years, I'll probably already be at the point that we probably already branched out to different states, kind of deal. You know.
Nice.
You know, but right now we're just taking it day by day. You know, every day we're getting more customers, or our customers are growing. That's the main thing. You know, like I tell you, like most of our customers, I had them for 4 or 5 years since I started this, and we've just been keeping them up. And so just growing with them, I feel like we're unstoppable. You know, the sky's the limit, because we're working with trucking companies. You know, one truck can lead to 100 trucks in no time, especially with the right kind of contacts and businesses. So we'll be right there next to them to help them out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like you know, when people talk like that. Like,
Oh, yeah,
those are
yeah.
like affirmations, you know. Maybe you'll
Yeah.
look back on this and be like, I spoke it into
Oh
existence.
yeah, yeah.
You
Like I
know?
said, bro. Like when I started this, I felt like this is where we're gonna be at, where we're at right now, and I just been with the team that I've been able to get, we've been able to get there. You know, because all it was is getting the right kind of people behind you. Now I have my wife helping me out with my paperwork and doing all my billing,
Mm-hmm.
and before it was all me. So it's basically we're just growing, and how you were saying earlier, you know, like maybe one day I'll just probably be just dispatching, and that's where I'm at, you know, because now I
Mm-hmm.
get so many phone calls, and I'm out there in the field, I'm under a truck, and I'm trying to dispatch one of my guys or trying to order a part. I do a lot of accident damages for trailers. That's where I usually that's where I used to specialize in,
Mm-hmm.
working for big companies and doing their accident damage on their units. And right now I've been laying off of that because it takes so much time.
Mm.
So
But that's
um,
why you buy them, because you know what you're fucking with.
yeah, I know where I'm
Right.
going with them, and
Okay.
I know I could put a whole damaged trailer back together. So yeah, it just keep growing and just staying positive about it. You know, I'm not looking back. You know, we're not where we used to be, and we're trying to be somewhere better. You know, so
Also want to applaud you for making the effort to come in. It's your first podcast, and
oh yeah, it
I,
was
I know it's probably a little bit nerve wracking at first, but
yeah, it was
you made that move, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was I was looking forward to it. I don't know if I was nervous or what it was. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll go, bro. It seems
Yeah.
kind of cool, you know. Like I feel like I relate to you a lot sometimes with watching them and hearing people. So when you told me, I was like, yeah, you know what? It'll be kind of cool to come talk
Yeah.
to them and people could hear me. You know, maybe like you said, somebody's trying to start a business or start something similar. You know,
Yeah.
all power to you and just stay positive and do it right. You know, there's a lot of ways to do the wrong thing. You know, and doing the right thing goes a long way.
You think a lot of people know you? Like, they will be like, this is him, or they know your logo more than they know you?
They probably know my logo more, but since I've done a lot of my own services and I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
out there, a lot of people do know me. And like I said, I keep a cool relationship with a lot of people. I try to stay good with people. I don't really have a lot of bad vibes out there, or bad people that dislike me or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everything's good over here. You know, I try to stay positive and not look at the negative. Even people that owed me money it's all good. You
You
know,
get it back in another way.
you get it
It
back
always works
and
out.
it's all good. We keep moving, you know, we can't look back, you know.
If you weren't doing this, what would you do? What do you think Danny would be doing?
That's a good question. You know, like when I started this, I was actually selling dogs too. So I'm always
Mm.
doing sales or something with sales and helping out with. So that's why I
Right.
always felt like,
It's
that,
crazy to say, if you're good at sales, you'll always make it.
yeah, you always make it. You know, so that's why like what I've learned as a kid and till now, I feel like I would always be all right as long as my, you know, the only reason I did it on my own is because I have a bad record or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they could accept me, I'll try to do my best and do it the right way and do it good, you know. But we never had that opportunity. Now I think, you know, they're not discriminating against felons and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you know,
Good.
so
Good.
it's being a different world. Before we didn't have a choice, you know. It's you put that you are, you know. It's a wrap. You know, you're
Mm-hmm.
not getting hired. Don't look at you.
Fucking
So
hire myself then.
yeah, hire myself and do it my own, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
only way to do it, you know. So if you are going through that, you know, I think now it's a different world, but you could do it on your own too, you know. There's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of business, you know, like say car washing, you know, like I had so many people fail me on car washing, on washing my trucks. That it's such a good business that they could fail so many customers that they'll be successful, you know. They do good, so
Mm-hmm.
there's so many ways to make money out there now. So just stay positive and do it right, you know. That's I feel like I would be doing still sales. That's what I would
Yeah.
be doing. Something to do with sales, helping out businesses grow. You know, I never had a problem working with people. I always worked with, like I said, my friends and helping them get people to come into their businesses. And I never looked at it like, oh, you're making more money or you're doing this. I always looked at it like, oh, cool, you know, we're progressing and
Mm-hmm.
we're all doing good. We're all right. So yeah, something to do with sales, probably helping somebody out or myself.
What would you tell 18-year-old Danny if you could go back?
That's a good question. I got I
You
don't
got
know.
some wisdom over the years, right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
maybe along the way you wish you could just. I know it is what it is.
Yeah, it
It's
is what
just a
it.
question just to throw out there, but um,
Probably I would say just do do right, you know, like there's a lot of ways to do wrong in this world and there's the similar way to do it right and doing it right will keep keep you going right, you know, not going backwards always and shit.
mhm.
You know, cuz I feel like I always went back to my old ways and you know, if you could just tell yourself don't have that much what is it you get like what is it? You feel like too much pride, to say you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, but you do what you got to do and you keep going, But if you do it right, you keep going forever, don't stop. Yeah, so just do right and don't do wrong.
Simple.
Yeah.
Make the right choices, huh?
Make the right choices and.
It's easy to make it. The bad choice is so quick, man.
Yeah, it is.
And then the consequence is so long sometimes.
Yeah. It goes to the thing of business, like I say, don't take that 2-week vacation, because that bad choice could lead to a bad future for you, That's why I don't take that many vacations. I think I take like maybe one a week. One a week. One a year,
Exposed.
So, for right now, and just trying to like keep going forward, and not going back to your old ways, partying and thinking everything life's short, not life is what you make of it, and just keep pushing forward, and don't backtrack, miss a day or miss a week, miss 2 weeks just because you think you're doing good.
Yeah. There's many ways to use that life is short phrase, right? Because it could either be like, oh shit, let me just destroy as much as I can while I'm here, or let me just build while I'm here because it's short.
Yeah.
Or let me just live it up. Like everyone has a different definition. And whatever you went through, I'm glad it led to, sometimes we go through some tough times.
Yeah.
And it helps us value where we're at eventually. So that fucking lesson will keep repeating itself until you get it, bro. That's just how it is.
It's all on you though, Nobody's gonna tell you different but yourself, and you're gonna do what you want until you want to do it, because you can keep messing up all your life, or you could decide today to start doing right and saving your money, or doing what you got to do to get to where you want to be at, not just expecting it to land in your hands.
So what keeps you going? Like when you wake up and you have a reason to keep going, like what drives you? Because we see people out there working and grinding, but sometimes we just see them like, that's a trucker, or that's a cop, or that's a mechanic. Like there's always more to the person. So like you, what drives you?
Well, at first, when I started this, I feel like what was driving me was just the thing of making it. This is my first business. I wanted to not fail, and I just came from my friend's shop. I wanted to show them that I could do it on my own without even touching their business, because they did the repair side and I did my inspection side. So just not failing and not going back to where you're at, just you came so far, and now I have a son. I have another one on the way, so that just another icing on the cake. Before it was just try not to fail and not be where you were at before, and be somewhere better, and not go backwards. Because I feel like every time you go backwards, it's such a blow to your ego, and it just kills you, So I just
want to let it, right? If you let it,
yeah, of course, yeah. So you just gotta fight through it and just keep pushing forward. That's what I'm saying. That's what keeps me going. Not letting my past rule my future. I let myself rule my future, and what I'm doing today is gonna help me out for tomorrow, and nothing else could change that but myself. So yeah, that's what wakes me up every morning. Like I wanted a nice dog. I gotta work for it. Gotta save your money. Gotta flip your money. You gotta do what you gotta do. You're not gonna do it just by praying. What I say, playing the lottery or whatever. It's a long shot. You got a better shot working on your own. So yeah, I don't really play the lottery, gamble a lot. I just try to do it on my own and do it for the right reasons. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thanks for that. DR, inspect and repair.
Yes, sir.
What is it? I don't know, I kind of want to redo that whole 909-746-7270.
Yes, sir.
Hey, anything else you want to add?
Oh, that's it. It was a pleasure coming here. We're a growing business, and give us a shot, as a business too. So everybody watching, we're here to help out. Containeriz has been a big part of our growth on Instagram and even on the community, probably, because he's a big.
Give me blood.
Yeah. He helped out a lot, and I always give people the roses while they're here, and just let them know, what it is. It is what it is, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad we made it happen, and
yeah, hell yeah.
share a different perspective. Hopefully, we'll do more interviews like this of people in the industry. They don't always have to literally haul the container, you know?
Yeah,
It could be other. It's a big network.
yeah.
And
We're
big network, but a small world. So,
yeah,
here we are.
yes, sir. Yeah, we're all part of the same business, and yeah, I feel like mechanics, we're there, too, trying to help out as much as possible, even if it is what we do, put an airline on, whatever it is, trying to help out the business.
There it is. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
And thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but we're back. We're back. So enjoy your weekend. It's Saturday today, so by the time you see this, it might be Monday. But either way, enjoy your weekend. And until next time, peace.